Yes, it should. So this just came out. Tom Brady was named NFC Offensive Player of the Month. Nobody in the history of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has ever been named Offensive Player of the Month. Folks, between New England being bad and Tom Brady now being the best player in football, this is the biggest landslide in the history of divorces. She upgraded to a superstar. He now lives with his parents. There's never been a divorce like this. Brady currently, his rankings in football compared to the New England Patriots, we'll put a graph up. Brady now in the NFL, passing yards fourth, touchdowns first, interceptions fewest, passer rating fourth. This is in October, just top of the league, everything. And the New England Patriots, meanwhile, are absolute dreck. Last in passing yards, last in passing touchdowns, most interceptions, last in passer rating. Again, this is a landslide divorce. So I want to start with this. So when I suggested this offseason, this summer, it was amazing to watch the media react. I suggested Belichick is going to reboot. Now, you're not going to tank in the NFL. Nobody uses that word. But when I suggested they're going to be 5-11, 4-12, and they're going to have a top 10 pick, it was remarkable to watch the media react. And this is what I kept hearing, Joy as my witness. Belichick is too competitive to let that happen. Oh, that's adorable. So you've never actually owned a business. Because that's what all business billionaires do. They reboot all the time. 1 step back, 3 steps forward. You really think Bill is too competitive to reboot for a year. The most competitive guy in the NBA is Steve Kerr. He once punched Michael Jordan. Steve Kerr is legendary. Ask officials, ask coaches. He punched Michael Jordan. Kevin Durant leaves, Steph gets hurt. They tank. I thought Steve Kerr's too competitive to take a step back. No, he's too smart not to. The Boston Red Sox, you don't think they care about winning? Mookie Betts, see ya. David Price, bye. They got expensive. They wanted to reboot for a year. You don't think the Red Sox are competitive? Here's what Bill Belichick is. Bill Belichick is too competitive to be bad like this for 7 years. Bill Belichick is too smart not to understand how he's going to win again. That's the only two Bill Belichick is. American companies are full of brilliant men and women, CEOs, founders, that have taken a step back for a year to rebuild the project, the mechanism, the idea. Belichick isn't too competitive to step back for a year. He's too smart not to. There's only one way out of this mess, the draft. It's not Cam Newton. Sorry, it's not. It's not Jimmy Garoppolo. First of all, why would San Francisco give up Garoppolo? Who's their quarterback in that division? You're going to face Goff, Kyler Murray, and Russell Wilson. Let's let Jimmy Garoppolo go. What? That'd be idiotic. The idea the media couldn't get this. So go look at New England's schedule. It's working out perfectly. They're a 2-win team. If you look at the rest of the way, they'll beat the Jets both times. That's 4 wins. Every other game is completely losable. They're not going to beat Buffalo this weekend. They're not as good as the Ravens, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Texans, the Rams. They're not as good as the Dolphins right now or the Bills again. And they'll be 4-12, at best 5-11. Do you know what that gets you in the draft this year? Top 5, top 6. That gets you one of the 3 quarterbacks. Listen, the idea, I don't even get the media sometimes. Like fans, by the way, here's what's interesting. When I threw my idea out there, the fans all got it. Because a lot of fans are business owners. A lot of you that follow me on Twitter, a lot of you that listen, you've been in a business. And you know how business works, write-offs. You have to step back and get rid of a good employee to take 2 steps forward. The audience totally got the idea that it's a reboot year. The media just doesn't get it. Of course it's a reboot year. How do you ensure you get one of the top 7 quarterbacks or top 3 quarterbacks now in this draft? You trade Stephon Gilmore. You let guys go at the trading deadline. You don't upgrade. You keep selling parts. You let 8 guys opt out. That was so un-Belichickian. Yeah, spend time with your family. Don't worry about football. Spend time with your family. 8 players opted out. It's all part of the plan, and it's coming true. It is coming true. Is if you look at the schedule, if there's how many days till the trading deadline? Like a Tuesday? If they let one more guy walk, if they trade one more guy, what are they telling you? Belichick is too smart not to reboot. He's too competitive to want to see this for the next 7 years, and there's only one way out of this dreck. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, or Trey Lance. It's not getting Garoppolo. It's not going to happen, and it's not sticking with Cam Newton. It ain't working. All right, so this is, I will admit, I am from the coast, and I've lived a coastal life. Okay, I'm one of those coastal elites. It's nothing against the Midwest, but, Midwestern people are very nice. They save their money. They pay off their house. Flies land on their head. They act like, it didn't happen. This is sort of a Midwestern thing. Joy is from Pittsburgh, which is not Midwest, but is closer to it. So she probably has this Midwest ethos. Only one vacation a year. You buy used cars. It's very Midwest. And there is nothing wrong with that, although I do acknowledge that